Welcome to the show called Later's Greater. As we talk about the things that will enhance your life, we've got to talk about the steam room. You know, people go in the steam room for so many reasons, but the steam will clean your pores out, give you that glow that you need all day long. And women, if you put on makeup and stuff, you need to go into the steam room so you can get that stuff out of your pores. Men, if you want to get that extra glow also, you need to get into the steam and spend some time in there. The steam room, one of the greatest things you can use for your mind and body. So next time you go to the gym, make sure they have a steam room, sauna, whirlpool, swimming pool. That wet area is just as powerful as those weights. You're watching the show titled Later is Greater. You're watching the podcast called Later is Greater. My name is Tyrone Erasmus Campbell. Just call me Erasmus. It may be difficult to find the time and energy to concentrate on one's own well-being when one is constantly pressured by the demands of the job, family, and other social responsibilities. It may be difficult to find the time and energy to concentrate on one's own well-being when one is constantly pressured by the demands of the job, family, and other social responsibilities. It's coming. The Masked Panelist on the podcast Later is Greater. October the 26th, there will be a taping of a roundtable discussion on many topics, and we have our first round of masked panelists, at least 3. Be one of 3 masked panelists on the next Later is Greater roundtable discussion. Send your information to the address below and be considered to be one of the masked panelists on our panel of 9. You're listening to Later is Greater. My name is Erasmus. It's coming. The Masked Panelist on the podcast Later is Greater. October the 26th, there will be a taping of a roundtable discussion on many topics. All will not be wearing masks, but some will be wearing masks. Folks with masks that mask their face, but unmask their words. Unfiltered, uninhibited, unleashed, with no limits. Folks with masks that mask their face but unmask their words, unfiltered, uninhibited, unleashed, with no limits on Later is Greater podcast. We're going to be doing something different coming up, and so you're going to have a chance to get involved. We're going to have a segment on a round table discussion where the guests, the masked panelists, you're going to have a chance to be involved in our round table discussion. As a guest panelist, you will be able to be a masked panelist if you would like to be. As a guest on a panel, you don't have to wear a mask, but sometimes people have things to say, but they don't want to be judged by the people that know them. And so I'm giving everyone a chance that wants to speak to be able to speak, and you can put on a mask. This is just a mask that I came up with that I had laying around somewhere from a party long time ago from a company I used to work with. And so I kept this mask. But the panel is going to be called the Roundtable Discussion podcast coming up soon. We're going to have a segment, or we're going to have a part of our roundtable discussion where the masked panelists can also chime in on their opinions. You're going to be checking out something on the show called Later is Greater. I want everyone to never give up on hope. Just as you're about to have a breakthrough, you're about to have a breakdown. This show, it's called Later is Greater, because I want you to be able to hold on. It all gets greater later. You just need to believe and you need to hold on. It's just a matter of time. So, the roundtable discussion will be about many things. The last time we talked on the podcast, it's about a thing that's going on in China called leftover women. Leftover women. And these are women that are 27 to 30 years of age, women that can't find men, so they say. Men they call a great piece of real estate or a great diamond, whatever. So the terms are different. Or do they care more about women than they care about men in China? We're going to be checking out all places that have different things going on with the men and the women. Africa, China, US of A. So we're going to be talking to a lot of different people from a lot of different places. And that's why, if you're from somewhere that someone may know you, and yet you want to say something, this mask gives you the opportunity to speak, and no one has to know who you are. I won't be wearing a mask because I'm the host of the show, Later is Greater. But if you want to speak and you don't want anyone to know who you are, or they may just want to guess who you are, nevertheless, come on the show, sign up. You're going to get an opportunity to submit your name to be on the roundtable discussion, to be involved in the roundtable discussion as one of the masked panelists. We're usually going to have about 2 masked panelists. That's what we're going to start with, 2. And so if you want to be one of the 2 masked panelists on the show, all you have to do is send me the number, send me your information on this number right here on the screen. Send me your information, and I'll get with you, and I'm going to be picking someone, 2 people, to become the masked panelists. Now, this has nothing to do with Halloween, because Halloween is this month, October. And this is when this roundtable discussion is going to go on, about a week before Halloween. So even when Halloween is gone, and we have other roundtable discussions, you get a chance to wear the mask if you want to be a part of the panel, and you can be the masked panelist. So you heard it here first on the show called Later is Greater. My name is Tyrone Erasmus Campbell. Just call me Erasmus. We'll be right back.